Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to today's class. Today is day 36 of our web development course. Okay, and today we are going to look at objects. Okay, today we are going to look at objects. As you can see, they are here. Today we are going to look at objects. Okay. So if before we can look at today's class today, I can just pass through a lookup of what we had yesterday. Yesterday was day 35. Yesterday was day 35 and we looked at primitive data types. Okay, looked at primitive data types. Okay, and as you can see, they are primitive data types and they are what they call objects. Okay, and we looked at primitive data types. For example, we looked at the strings, looked at the strings, looked at the strings, looked at the numbers, looked at the numbers, looked at numbers, looked at booleans, looked at booleans, looked at booleans as you see them here, looked at booleans, and then afterwards we looked at after booleans we looked at what they call null, looked at what they call null. After null we looked at the undefined, and undefined. All these ones that you are seeing here, undefined. All these ones that you are seeing here are primitive data types. Okay. So the string for them, they normally look like this. You will see them. They normally have these quotes and they look like this. They have these quotes here. For example, I can put the quote like that and I say maybe James, I just put there like that. Okay, so that is how the strings look like. And even the numbers for them, you will see them, someone just writes a number, maybe he puts, for example, like maybe 12, just a simple number like 12. Then we looked at the booleans. The booleans for them, they had true and false, true and false, true and false. As you can see them, they were here. We looked at true and also we looked at false. Okay. So we even had null. We looked at the cases where you have null, and such cases are whereby like you define and you don't put there anything. Like you don't put there anything. For example, this one is it's like a special case. I can say, for example, cost, and I say here girls, as you can see them here, girls, as you can see. Then I come and I say equals null. Like you don't give anything, you don't define anything there. Okay, it's like you don't put anything, you don't put either string, you don't put either number, you don't put either a boolean. So this one here is just put null. Okay, then we looked at what they call undefined. And undefined, we looked at it one where we said that undefined, we don't use const, we use let. Okay, so it can be, for example, let boys, then you just leave like that. Okay, and this one here symbolizes that that you didn't assign anything. You didn't assign whether a string, you didn't assign whether there's a number, whether it is a boolean, whether it is null. You just left it empty the way it is. So this one here is what they call undefined. Okay. So this is a recap of what we covered yesterday in yesterday's class. And so members, if you really missed yesterday's class, you can go back and you look for this video there. It is there. Okay. So I would like to hit about what we're going to cover in tomorrow's class, and tomorrow is going to be day 37. And day 37, we're going to look at comparison operators. Comparison operators. Comparison operators. Okay? We're going to look at comparison operators tomorrow. Okay? So members, please don't miss out this. Don't miss out this. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please, I would like you to hit the subscribe button and the notification icon, and you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Okay, so this you're going to look at comparison, comparison operators. It's tomorrow's class, as you can see, it's there. Okay, don't miss out this. Don't miss out this. So members, this one, even if I take it off, today we're going to look at objects. Our major focus is going to be on objects. Okay, so that is where our major focus is going to lie into today's class. Objects, as you see them there. So I can come here and I take this one off. Okay, it's there. So as you can see, objects, this one here, it is just, well, as you can see the name objects, it just means that this one is a collection. This is a collection. This is a collection. This is a collection of multiple primitive data types. Primitive data types. Okay? Okay. So an object, it collects all these data types that you have seen. It collects all these data types that you have seen. Okay? It just collects all these data types that you have seen. Okay? So for it has, for example, it bears a string. It bears, for example, I'm going to give it here an example. Data type, it collects all of them. I can come here and say, for example, const student, as you see here, const student, and I say is equal to. Now, this one here, you assign, for example, you see we had a student there, but now you assign this student very many things. For example, I can come here and I say that this student here, as you see this student, I put there his first name. His first name, I give the first name is, his first name is, I can maybe just say James. Okay, as you can see there. Okay, then I come here and I say here last name, and I come and I say last name is equal to maybe Paul, as you see there. Okay, okay. So as I go on like this, and I come I say, for example, age. Yeah, I come I say age, and I put here the age. For example, I can maybe say 30. As you see, it is there. So members, you can see that around at this moment in time we have this one James is a string. This one here last name is also a string. This one age is also a string, as you can see. Now we have here another property I can put here is married. As you see, the is married. Then I come here and say false. You see? Now members, this one here you're seeing is a boolean. Boolean. The boolean we talked about and we said a boolean is either true or false. Okay? Okay. So I can maybe leave it to that for some time. I can maybe leave it to this for some time and we see. So members, you can see that all this one that I've gotten here right now, all this one that I've gotten right now here is an object. It is the collection of various primitive data types together. Okay? Okay. Now I want to define each and everything that you're seeing inside here. When it is inside the object like this, the object is this thing which has these quotes. Use these quotes here, this opening quote and this closing quote you're seeing here is an object. Okay? Now, when it is inside the object, it becomes this one you're seeing here, first name. Let me even define them here, and you see this one you're seeing. This one here inside here. Of course, the student was a variable. The student was a variable. But now this one that you're seeing inside here, for example, first name. Then this one you're seeing here, last name. Then this one here you're seeing here, age, as you see here, age. Then this one you're seeing here is married, as you see it here. These ones here, they are what they call keys. These ones here are they call keys. They are called keys. Members, understand this from me. These ones are called keys. Keys, like keys. Okay? So this one here is a key. First name is a key. Last name is a key. Age is a key. This one here is also a key. Is married. Okay? These ones here are called keys. Okay? Members, understand this from day one. That you don't get confused. Okay? Okay. So these ones you're seeing here are called keys. Okay? Then this one they are seeing here, for example, this one they are seeing, for example, James. These ones they are seeing, for example, these ones you know them. They are the primitive data types. They are the primitive data types. These ones you know them. You have seen them already. Okay. Then this one is 30. These ones are primitive data types you are seeing. And these ones here we can give them, for example, I can call them either data types, or I can call them either data types, or I can call them values. Okay? I can call them the data types, or I can call them just values. Okay? Values. Okay? Members, try to understand this very well. Okay? Please try to understand this concept very well. Okay? We are going to use this concept almost everywhere. And I would like you to use it to understand it from day one. Okay? Okay. So members, as you see, these ones are keys, these ones are values. Okay? These ones are keys, these ones are values. Anything you're seeing this one here is a student, and this one has a variable of its own, but it has small variables inside it. Okay. So members, let us go and we see how it looks like. Let us go and we see how it looks like in the VS Code. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to come here, and you see my folder of lessons is here. Then I come here, JavaScript class, as you see it here. We are now on day 36. I come here, I create my new folder. I put there, and I come, I say day 36. Day 36, as you can see, it is here. I open here, open with code, open with code, open with code. It's coming, it is coming, it's loading. So, as you can see, it's loading very well. And it's, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. It is day 36 that I want to open. So I come here, I open with code. I open day 36 with code. I don't open inside the folder. I'm opening day 36 with code. Okay? Okay. So as you can see, this one is fresh. It's a fresh day, as you can see it here. I come here very well. I say index.html. Index.html. So I'm going to begin with the same way that I always begin. I first put my index and I put my style.css, style.css, style.css. After I put in my style.css, then I put, okay, let me first work on this index.html and even style. So I come here, for example, when I put the emmet, as you see, the emmet is there, the emmet abbreviation, and it's coming, it's taking time. It's there, it's coming, it's there. So I come here very well, and I even put, right now I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Right now I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this styling, but okay, let me just do it like that. Since people want it like that, let me just do it like that. I put here dot box, as you see the dot box is there. I use box, and I'm just going to put here, for example, JavaScript class, the same way we have been doing JavaScript class, the same way we have been doing. It's there, JavaScript class. So I'm just going to style this box, then I just put it in the middle. Everybody can see that we are in JavaScript class. I first begin with my browser reset. I come here, I put margin 0, and I come, I put here padding 0, and I come here, I put box sizing border box, as you see here, box sizing border box. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, the border is here. So I just want to style my border. I come here like this. I come here, I put border. I put here width. I put here 100%. I come here, I put height. I put 100 vh. I come here, I come here and I say dot box. I come here dot box. I give here width. I put here 500 pixels. And I come here, I put here height. I put here 250 pixels. And I come here, I put background color. I put orange red. And I come here, orange red, and I put here color. My color, the text color is white. Then I come, I center it. I can even first put the font size. I put font size. The font size I put extra large. Now I put here font weight. Font weight, I put font weight. Font weight, we put here, we choose 500, 600. Let me choose 600, as you see there. Then I come, I put display flex. Display flex, align item center. Align item center, justify content center. Center is the same thing here. Then I also come and just say justify content center. Like this. Okay? So I also do the same to the body here. I put display flex, align item center, justify content center. Align item center, justify content center. As simple as that. Justify content center. Justify content center. Okay, so it looks like this. So I first come here and I link my CSS very well. I don't forget. Link the CSS. Link the CSS very well. Don't forget. Okay, it's like that. Then I come here and say go live, and I say it looks like. We are now going live, and we say it looks like. Okay, it's there. It's there. JavaScript class. So it is there. Okay. Okay. So members, you know very well that when I'm doing JavaScript, I must make sure that everything I do it in the console. So my major aim is to do everything in the console. Everything is in the console. Okay. So I'm going to come here and I say inspect. I go to the console very fast. That's where I'm going to put my emphasis. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to come here and I put, for example, app.js. App.js. Okay. App.js. Okay. App.js. So my app.js is where I'm going to put my JavaScript files. I'm going to come here and I put, for example, script source, and I put here app.js. App.js. And I come here and I put here defer. You know very well that I have to put there defer. Okay. Okay. So when I come here, now members, right now we are where we want to be. The console is empty, and you see the console is empty at this moment. Okay? Okay. So members, as you can see, we are going to start doing our object. So I'm going to come here first put here example 1. Example 1. Example 1. Then I come here put, for example, const student. Const student. And I put here, for example, I put equal signs and I open. This is what they call an object. Members, you see? This is what they call an object. This is an object. Members, you see this? This is an object. An object of a student. Because in the past we were primitive data types which only had only one thing. But now objects, they have very many, they have a lot of information. Eh? It has a lot of data inside it. And I come here, for example, I put first name. Then I come here, I put, for example, the first name is, what is this first name? I can put here Tom. Okay? Then I come here and I put last name. Then the last name, I put here, for example, Derek. And you can see it's there, Derek. So you're going to use these same examples when you're doing, for example, string concatenation. String concatenation. I'm now seeing something. I'm seeing some danger here. I hope you have all seen this danger. I'm seeing this danger here. I'm seeing it. You're seeing the errors they have given me. The errors are here. You can see the errors. Okay. Now, members, there's something I have to correct. I have to correct this one before you even move forward. Because some people are going to get lost. Someone's going to get lost. I first go back, control, and I go here. Remember, this one, someone's going to get lost somewhere. Now I'm seeing where people are going to get lost. People, please don't do this. I did this, maybe there is some error here. When you're doing an object, you put a comma. You put a comma. Don't put a semicolon. You put a comma. Okay? Because all this information belongs to one person. It doesn't belong to very many people. This information belongs to one person. The student has a first name, for example, James. The student has a last name, for example, Paul. The student has the age, for example, 30. Then the student has a Boolean, is married, is false. Okay? Okay. So remember, as you can see here, we don't put a semicolon, we put we put that comma. Okay? Okay? We put a comma. Okay? Okay, so members, I hope you are understanding this concept. So members, I want, there's something that is happening here. Let me first see. Something is happening. Something is happening. I'm sensing something wrong here. I know that there is something happening here. There's something happening here that I'm not understanding very well. First name is equal to Tom. Then last name Derek. Then members, you can see what you can. I think you can see the mistake that I've made. Members, I think you can see the mistake that I have made even before I can. You see, JavaScript is not very easy. If you don't practice these things, members, they're going to fall in a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. Okay, we are now going to put a campaign where we practice these things, members. You see, it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this. Okay, I have mistaken it somewhere, somehow. It's supposed to be like this. Okay, edge like this. Okay, it's my. I don't put it's like this. Okay, because student first name like this. So that's why I was saying these ones are values. This is different from the primitive data types that we had. Okay, this one has out of information. That's out of information. Are you seeing? Also, this one has out of information. First name James, last name Paul, like this. Okay, okay. So remember, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, as practice, when the more you practice, I had forgotten just something small, and it was showing red everywhere. Red. When you just red everywhere, you just know that you are wrong automatically. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, last name I can put here Derek, as you see here. Derek is like that. I can come here and I put here top, as you can see it's there. Then I come here, this and I put Derek, as you can see it's there. Okay, okay. So members, you can see this is not easy. Members, if you don't practice this thing, it's going to be very difficult on your side. Okay, so I would like you to practice this. Practice this as much as you can. Okay, practice this as much as you can. And I come here, for example, and I put, for example, age. Then I put here, for example, the age. I can put 30 years, as you see there. And I come here and I put, for example, then we put, for example, student, for example, and I put course, his course, his course is, for example, front end. Example, his course is, for example, front end web development. Front end web development. Okay, web development. Front end web development. Okay, okay. So members, as you can see, this course here is front end web development. As you can see, this course is there. So I want to come here. I put, for example, a boolean. A boolean is I can put. I don't put like that. I put here is married or is graduated. Is married or is graduated. And I come and I put, for example, true or false. It is false. Okay, not yet. Okay, okay. So members, as you can see, it's like that. Okay, it's like this. Okay, okay. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Okay, okay. So members, how do I see this? The next thing is, the next question I pose is, how do I see this data in the console? How do I see this data? See this data in the console. In the console. Okay? How do I see this data in the console right now? Because this is the real question that I have on table right now. Now we have been doing a lot of things. You have been doing, for example, const, student, you have been doing things which are direct. And now this one is a little bit tricky. How do we see this data in the console? We are going to do something like this. I won't even explain it here. We are going to do something like this. For example, you see here, to see the data in the console, we are going to do, for example, like this. Console.log, and I put here, for example, the first thing that I put is student dot, I put here, for example, first name, not first name. Then I see this name in the console. Okay, members, note this down. This is how it is always going to be. Okay, this is how it is going to be. Student dot first name. Okay? Student dot. The dot means that enter inside the object. Dot means that enter inside the object. When you enter inside the object, look for that first name which is inside, and you put it there. Then you see that what is in the console. This is the method you're going to use to steal all the data which is inside the console. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to come here like this. I come here, I say console.log, CLG, console.log. I put here, for example, student, dot. Dot means enter inside the object. Dot means enter inside the object. I repeat, dot means enter inside the object. Inside the object called student, enter inside that object called student. Look for the first name. It is here. I put it there. When I put that one inside there like this, then I go on the console and I see how it looks like. It is here. Tom, you can see it is here. Okay? Okay? Okay. It's like that. Okay? And you can even see, and even we are going to go in those advanced steps. But for now, let us first stick to this. I want to see this last name here. I want to see this last name in the console. I come here like this. I say CLG console.log. I put here student. As the first thing here, which was here, cost the variable. I put here student, and I say dot. Enter inside the object and look for last name where last name is here. When you put that last name, then I come here and search and I see it is there, Derek. Okay? Remember, this is really nice at this moment. It is really nice as you can see it there. So I come here very well. Then I also look for, I want to see also the age. I come here and say console.log, CLG, console.log. I put here student, dot, and I look for age. Okay? It is there. Okay? It is there. Okay? This is good. And I come here and I see it, how it looks. It is there. Okay? 30. Okay? Remember, this is really nice as you see it there. It is really nice. Okay? Then I can come here like this. Then I put here, for example, I come here and I put here, for example, now, hey, I put here and I say CLG, I put here student.course. Now I want to see that student, what course is he offering. I come and I put here student.course. Okay? Student.course. Then I come and I see which course is offering. It is there front end web development. Okay? Okay. Members, you see this? Okay? Okay. I hope you are moving on the same line, members. I hope you are not being confused. If you are confused, please put it there in the comment section. We see how you can address this thing very fast and we help you. How you not get confused. Okay? Okay. So I come here, it says CLG console.log, and I put here, for example, student dot is mine, as you see it here. This one is a Boolean. Okay? It is a Boolean, as you see it there. Okay? False. You see, it is now showing it in there. It's now showing it inside the console. Okay? So members, today we are looking at objects. Our major focus is on objects. Please try to understand objects. Objects are the foundation or the backbone of JavaScript. I can repeat this. Objects are the foundation of they are going to be the backbone of JavaScript. Almost everywhere we are going to go. So please master this concept very well. Please master this concept very well. It is going to be the backbone of everything we are going to do from now onwards. When you are dealing with big applications where there's a lot of data running behind the system, I want you to do and you know this concept very well, because this is the concept I want to use almost everywhere. Almost everywhere we are going to use this concept. So members, if you forget this concept, if you fail to practice, you will forget. You will forget this concept. Okay? Okay. So you see here that we are starting our variable started with student equals. Then I come here, open the quotes, and I put here first name. I put there a string. I open the string. I put there Tom. Last name, I open the string variable. I put there Derek. Age, I put there the string. I put there 30. Course, I put there the course. This one is front end as you see it. It's mine, I put there, this one is false, okay? And all of them, you are seeing them, they are appearing in the console. Members, I want you to practice this concept. I think you practiced even 100 times. Because we're going to use this concept almost everywhere to come. Almost everywhere, we are going to reach a certain point where we are using this concept everywhere. Okay? Everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? So members, don't neglect this concept. Okay? Okay. Now I want to test and I see what is this type? What is the data type of this one? Now you're going to find how funny this is. You know we are dealing with objects. I'm not dealing I'm not dealing with primitive data types. We're dealing with objects. And if I first come here and I first test it and I see, if I come here for example and I say console.log clg, I want to test this one and I see. I put here type of. I have to know the type of data type that this one has. Type of student dot first name. Okay, I have to see how it looks like. Type of student dot first name. It is a string. Hey, members, you see this is very funny, and you listen now. You are saying that this is now where things begin becoming tight and tight. Okay, this is where now things become tight and tight. Okay, so members, you can see that here we have student. Inside the student, we are having a string, and this is a string. You see, when I hover there, when I hover on the student here, you see there is a string. Okay. And even here, the data type there is a string, okay? When I come here, for example, and I put here, for example, down below the last name, I put here CLG, console.log, and I put here, for example, type of, I know the type of that last name. I come here, I put type of, and I put there student dot last name. Student dot last name gives me what is that word. I come and I see string. This lyric here is a string, okay? Members, I hope you understand this concept very well. I hope you understand this concept very well. Okay, I come here like this now. You see that this one where they started. This one where they started right now. I come here, you say CLG. I want to test the type of that one. Type of student dot age. Okay. Okay. Now I'm testing the data type. I'm testing the data type which is there. Okay. Okay. So I want to see. This one is a number. This one is a number. This one you're seeing the data is a number. Okay. Okay. Now test the data type of this course here. I come here and say CLG console.log. I come here and say type of. And I put here, for example, student, and I put here dot. I put there student dot course. Student dot course. As you see it is there. Student dot course. Okay. Okay. So it is there. Let me see. It is a string. It is a string. Okay. Okay. So I want to see what this data type is here, is married here. Is this one you're seeing false here. So I'm going to come here and I type here, for example, console.log clg, console.log, and I come here, I put here type of, and I put here, for example, student dot, it's married as you see it here. Okay? Members, we covered these things in our previous class. If you missed yesterday's class, members, I know right now you are confused. You are confused because of this type of. Yeah? Use this one a lot. Okay? Okay. Same as you can see that even if I just move on student less like this to show me the data which is there. Okay? To show me the data which is there. Okay? Okay. Same as you can see it's there. Type of is there. Okay? Boolean. It is a Boolean. Okay? Okay. I hope you're understanding very well these concepts. So even if I come here on false here, I want to add two more data types which we covered at last at the end. We covered data type which was called null. We covered null, we covered undefined. Okay? We covered null, we covered undefined. Okay? So I can even put here has a car, Now this one wants to look like as if it is a boolean because it has a car. It is either false or true. But me, I just decided to just, I don't know. Let me see how I can do it. Can this one work for me? No, 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 no. Now I want to test something. I want to test something. I want to test something. So here members. So here members, as you can see, here that right now we have at least grasped this concept here of putting strings. You have seen strings. You have seen a lot of things. You have seen really a lot of things. Okay, strings, booleans. At least right now you feel like a master in that. Okay. Now let me say that in my list here, I was supposed to put there phone number, but I forgot. Yeah? This student here does not have a phone number. But in our registrar's book we have a phone number. Eh? In our registrar's book we have a phone number, but this student doesn't have a phone number. He doesn't have a phone number. Okay? Maybe he doesn't have a phone or a smartphone, but he doesn't have a phone number. So when we are checking for phone numbers, I can come here at this and I say, does this student have a phone number? I come here at the end. I put there console.log, console.log, console.log. Okay? Then I come here, I put here, for example, I put here student dot phone number, student dot phone number, dot phone number, phone number. I put there phone number. Okay? Okay. So what is it going to bring for me here? Look and see what it's going to bring for me here exactly. Undefined. Are you seeing here very well, members? Master this concept. Master this concept. Okay? This student here does not have a phone number. He doesn't have a phone number. That's why in his data here, there was not any phone number put. They forgot to put there a phone number for this student. Yeah? Now, let's put these two things. Let me clarify them very well. Yeah? There is forgetting to put a phone number for this student. There is forgetting. There is forgetting to put a phone number. To put a phone number for the student. Yeah? For the student. Okay? And this one is intentionally forgetting. Yeah? Oh, this one is just like you forgot to put a phone number for the student. Okay? Then there is this student. This student does not have a phone number. This student does not have a phone number. This student does not have a phone number. These two things are different, members. These two things lead to different outcomes. Understand this very well. If a student does not have, I'm going to explain this. Let me first move this one and explain this one very well for you. If the student, they were recording the student's information, yeah, but then they reached on the column where there was a phone number and the student did not have a phone number. Okay, they put there that phone number. They come and put there the phone number. This student does not have a phone number. He doesn't have a phone number. They come here and they put here, for example, phone number null. He doesn't have a phone number. Okay, he doesn't have a phone number. There's nothing you can put there, and you can't leave this place blank. You can't leave this place blank. Okay, he doesn't have a phone number, so you can't leave this place blank. Okay, so when we come here, for example, and we put here, for example, when you're checking for that student's data, I come here console.log, console. I put here, for example, CLG, and I come here, I put student dot phone number, like that. Okay, student dot phone number. So when I come and look at the student's phone number, it is null. Okay, null means that this student they wanted to put the phone number for that student, but the student did not have a phone number, so they just had to leave it blank like this. They had to just leave it as null. As a null. Null means that they lacked something to put there. They just left it like they showed that the phone number is there. That the phone number is there. The column for the phone number is there. Although the student did not have a phone number, they had nothing to put, they just left it there. Okay? They put there null. Okay? Okay. That's the first case. That is the first case. Mark it somewhere in your notebook. Mark it somewhere in your notebook. They are recording phone numbers for students, but now the on this student here, he didn't have a phone number. But they just put their phone number, they put their null. They didn't have anything to put there, and they can't leave this column empty. They can't just omit this column. They can't just omit this column for the phone number. So they just put there, the phone number is there, but they didn't put anything inside. So that one leads to null. Okay? Null means there's nothing inside that column. Okay? Null. Okay? Understand that, members, very well. This one here, they doesn't have, but the column is there. The column for the phone number is there. So that one, they just left it like empty. That one is null. Okay? They just left that column empty. When they just left that column empty, it leads us to null. Okay? The student doesn't have a phone number. It is empty. Okay? Now, what is going to happen if the student doesn't have a phone number? This one here, they intentionally forget. What happens here? The second thing I want to show you. If they just intentionally forget to put the phone number there like this, they omit it completely, and it's not part of the student's data. They just omit it completely. When they come here and they register here the console here, console.log.phone number, what is it going to bring for us? Undefined. Undefined. Very bold. Undefined. Are you seeing here? Are you seeing here, members? They intentionally omitted the student phone number. They removed it. That means it's not there at all. It's not there at all. That means undefined. Okay? Undefined. I'm going to repeat this concept the second time so that someone remembers it very well. Okay? I'm going to repeat this concept very well for the second time so that someone remembers it very well. Okay? Okay. These other types, you are good with them. You are good with the string. You are good with the string. You are good with the number. You are good with the boolean. Okay? You are good with all of this. Okay? Okay. So we must have to explain for you this concept very well. Okay? Okay. Now, let me just give an example that we have, for example, a sheet here. We have a sheet here. We have a sheet here. They are recording names. They are recording sheets for the name of the student. I'm just going to give. I'm going to give this one like a column. The column is there. The column is there. The column is there. The column is there, and now the column is here. Like this. The column is there's also another column here. There's also another column there. How many columns are there? Let me see. I want to see how many columns there are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? There are 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So I want you to see this. Okay? First name, they put here, for example, first name very well. They put here first name very well. First name, as you can see, it is there. First name. Okay? First name. Okay? Then they register here the last name of that student. They register the last name of that student. Last name of the student. They register it there. This column is for last name. Then they register here the age, course, and the age, course of the student. Course of the student is there, and there is here the marriage. This one here, marital status, as you can see it there, it is there. So it is there, members, as you can see it. Okay. I want to break this concept down to a level of a beginner, so that you understand this concept very well. Okay. You understand this concept very well. Okay. Okay. So members, you can see then here at the end here there is a phone number. Okay. Then here there is phone number. Phone number. Okay? Phone number. Okay? I want to explain this concept to the level of a beginner. Okay? I want to explain this concept to a level of a beginner. Okay? Okay. So they just in the names, they first register the name of this student. They just the name, his first name is Tom, they just it there. Tom, this one is cleared, they put here Tom. They put here, for example, here Tom. Tom, this one is good. Then they come here and put here Derek. This is his last name, Derek. Derek. Okay. Then they come here, then they put here, for example, age. They put their age. Age here is 30. Then they come here, they put the course. For example, the course is front end. Okay. Okay. Members, okay. Okay. Then here is made here, they put here false. This one here, false. So members, I want now, when they look on the phone number, now look at this concept very well. They know that the phone number column is there. The phone number column is there, okay? The phone number column is there, okay? But then they fail to get the phone number. They don't leave they forget to put the phone number of the student, okay? So when they forget to put the phone number of the student, they're just going to leave a dash there, okay? It will be empty. It will either be empty or they just leave a dash, or they don't put anything, okay? But the phone number is there, the column for the phone number is there. That is okay. This one here leads to null. This one here leads to null. Because the phone number is there, but the student don't have a phone number. So they just leave this one empty, or they just put a dash, okay? So that one leads us to null. So the phone number is there, the phone number is there, the phone number is there, the phone number is there. Actually, the phone number is there, but they don't fill anything inside the phone number. They didn't fill anything inside the phone number. So that one, they just leave it as null. Let's leave it as null. Let me first see this IC. Let me first see this IC. How it's going to operate. I want to first see this IC. Yes. Okay. So I come here, for example, I see CRG console.log. I say here student dot phone number. Okay. It's like that. Okay. So how to say it looks like. Okay. I understand what is happening. Okay, understand what is happening. So members, you come like this, then you put here null. Null means that the null, we have explained that null, like there is no anything, there is no phone number for the student. But the phone number column is there, that is why, but you leave it empty, you don't put anything inside. So that one gives us null. Null, as you see it here, it means that nothing, over empty. Okay. That's why it gives us here null. Okay. So members, if you happen to forget the phone number column completely, then you just forget it like this. Then you don't even put it there. As if you erase it from existence. It's as if it's not there. Therefore you come here and you say console.log student.phone number. Student.phone number. You put it there. Automatically they're going to tell this phone number does not exist. Undefined. Okay? Undefined. You completely forget. Like what does that mean? That even you don't, as if you play like as if you don't even have the column there. You play like as if you don't have the column for phone number there. You completely forget about it. Yet for other students, you have put the column there for phone number. Here you don't. Here you play like as if you don't have it. Okay? It will put for you undefined. Okay? I hope you have understood this very well, members. Okay? Members, I feel like you have mastered objects very well. We are going from there in tomorrow's class. Okay? I think we shall begin from there in tomorrow's class. Yeah, I think you have mastered objects very well. Okay, okay, okay. I'll see you in tomorrow's class. Okay. I wish you a very good day. I think I feel like you have mastered this. Okay. Please keep practicing. Please keep practicing these concepts. Please keep practicing these concepts on a daily basis. Don't forget to practice. Okay. Don't forget to practice. I showed you how these ones we get them the keys. The keys are these ones here inside. Okay. These ones here inside. Okay. Okay. So members, I hope you have gotten the difference between undefined and null. Okay. Those are two things which confuse most people. These are two things which confuse most people, but they are just very easy to understand. This one here, they don't define it at all. Yeah. This one is undefined. Yeah. Undefined. Undefined. Okay. This one here, you completely forget to put the phone number. You completely forget to put the phone number. Completely forget. Put the phone number for us today. That one is undefined. This one here, they don't have a phone number, but you leave it empty. This one, they don't have a phone number, you leave it empty. You leave it empty. You leave it empty. Empty. Okay? This one gives us null. Null means there is nothing there. Okay? Okay. I hope you have understood these data types very well. Okay? Okay. So I'll see you in tomorrow's class. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Okay? Okay.